my channel. Today we're going to be doing how to apply false eyelashes. Now this video is going to be a little bit more of an informative video than I guess most, so I apologize for the talking in the beginning of the video, but again, I really want to make sure that you guys understand the things that I learned or the tips, or just pretty much get what I'm talking about here. So yeah, this has been really requested, especially because I don't put this kind of step in my makeup routine when I'm doing my videos, just because it takes me a little bit and it's kind of a pain to edit when I'm doing it on camera. So I figured now I'll be able to show you guys. I'll have it linked down below in all my videos and you guys can just refer to this if you need help with that. So yeah, I will have a little annotation here somewhere showing that where the video will actually start if you want to totally skip me talking about it. But if you feel like you're a true beginner and you need these tips, I would wait and then just go into the actual tutorial after. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so in the beginning of the clip of the video, I'm sure you guys saw, you are gonna need a couple of items for this tutorial. The main thing that you need are false lashes. Now, the false lashes that I recommend for any beginner are either the Ardell or the Salon Perfect Demi Wispies. To me, they're like the same exact thing, but it totally depends on, you know, where, if you have them, what brand I should say you have at your stores. Like I know Ardell is at CVS, Walgreens, stuff like that. And Salon Perfect, I've honestly only seen them in Walmart. Again, just pick either one because they're pretty much the same thing. I use these on a lot of my clients on all different eye shapes, so that's why I'm trying to recommend these to you. And also because I think they are user-friendly. The band on these lashes are very, very thin and easy to mold, and they're not thick and hard to place on the eye. The lashes that I'm going to be using today are actually these Cocoa lashes, only because I want to show you guys how I trim the eyelashes to fit on my eye, and the Salon Perfect ones actually, or the Demi Wispy style I should say, fit my eye perfect. So I can't show you guys those or that step. That's the only reason I'm not using those. But that brings me to my next point as far as cutting the eyelashes. You will need to trim your eyelashes if you feel that they're too long or they're, you know, coming out on the side. I'll show you guys how to do that too in the tutorial. So again, that is another tip. You do want to trim your false lashes if they do not fit your eye. It will be more comfortable for you. It won't look like it's not fitting on your eye. And I'm telling you, it'll just make it all over better. Also, you're gonna need some eyelash glue. So the eyelash glue that I like to use is called Duo, and I have the clear white one, and I also have the dark tone one. It's personal preference. Some people like the clear one, some people like the dark tone one. It shouldn't get messy if you're doing it correctly. If you're putting a thin layer of glue on the eyelash band, you should not have a problem. So either way, personal preference. I like black. I'm putting on black liner on top of my false lash to cover the band anyway, so usually the black works for me. But you want to definitely have an eyelash glue. Another point I want to make is that some people are allergic to latex, which is found in eyelash glue, so you have to be very careful with that. If you're finding that you're getting itchy, watery eyes as soon as you apply your false lashes, it might not be just because you don't, you know, you can't wear false lashes or your eyes are irritated by the false lash. It might be the eyelash glue. House of Lashes does make a latex-free eyelash glue, so I will link that one down below. That's just the one I know offhand because I do have that one. I just don't know where it is at the moment. But yeah, you're definitely gonna need an eyelash glue, like I said, so just make sure that you're getting one that works for you. Next is mascara. You don't always need mascara when you're applying false lashes. Now, I don't always use mascara. I actually hardly use mascara. I don't find the need for it. A lot of makeup artists say that you should put a coat of mascara on your lashes before you put on the false lashes so that they blend together better. The only real reason I find that I would need to do that is when I do my eyeshadow, and a lot of eyeshadow will fall onto my lashes, my real lashes obviously, and then I will need to put on some mascara in order to get them black again, so that when I put on my false lashes, that it's not like white underneath or like whatever color eyeshadow you're using underneath and then black on top. So that is the only time I really use mascara, or if I'm using a very natural lash, but I don't really use natural eyelashes. If I'm gonna put on false lashes, I want them to be a little bit more on the dramatic side, or I'll just pack on some mascara on the lashes I have now. Last couple of things are actually a pair of tweezers and an eyeliner. An eyeliner is not completely necessary. I like to use an eyeliner after my eyelashes are on my eye, they're set, they're good to go, just to go over my eyelash band so that I know that the eyelash band isn't exposed and it just looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more natural. I don't want to say natural. I didn't want to say natural because, you know, for the most part, you can tell you have false lashes on. Especially in the beginning, if you're not getting your eyelashes as close to your natural lash line as possible, it's going to show. So if you go over with some eyeliner, you, for the most part, can fake if you're not completely on that lash band or that lash, your natural lash line. And it also just makes it look nicer and seamless, and I just like the look of the eyeliner on top. And tweezers. For me personally, I do not use anything but my good old fingers to put on my false lashes, but I know a lot of people feel comfortable using tweezers because it gives them somewhat of control. Now, I will be doing it with tweezers on one side of my eye so that I can show you guys, but to be honest with you, I really don't like the tweezer method. It's not for me. It's not what I find comfortable, but again, I'm trying to help everybody and try to see what works best for you guys. So that's really all you need in this tutorial. Again, you'll need a pair of scissors because we're gonna be trimming those lashes, but that's really it. So without further ado, I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we're gonna get right into the tutorial. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to leave it down in the description box, or the description box. I always say that, the comment box, because I try to reply to every comment that I get. If you have questions, if I didn't say something correctly, or if you guys are lost in a step where I could walk you through it, I will definitely get back to you in the comments box. And yeah, that's definitely it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye. Okay guys, so we're going to be taking the Soho Style Lashes by Coco, and this is how you want to remove your false lashes from the packaging. You want to take your finger and slowly and gently just pull down on the base of that lash, and it should come out just like that. If you do it any other way, it might damage the false lash, and you obviously do not want to do that. So we're going to go right on to measuring the false lash. I'm placing it on my eye, and this is with no glue or anything like that, just, you know, just like I'm showing you here. And you always want to remove the end of the lash, any excess that you see right there. You can see it is way too long for my eye. So what we're going to do is take the scissor and just snip off that excess. Do not snip the inner corner of the eyelash because that's where it tends to taper, and you don't want it to look unnatural because that is what will happen. Now I'm just measuring again and making sure I don't have to go back, and I don't. They are perfect, so I'm just going to take my dual lash glue and run some lash glue along these lashes. You don't need to squeeze too much out. All I did was run it along the base of the lashes, and that was it. And this is how it should look. You should not have any more glue than this, or it might be way too much. After about 30 seconds, we're going to pop this eyelash right on our eyelashes. You want to make sure they're nice and tacky. That's why we're waiting 30 seconds before doing this. If you don't, they're going to slide all over the place. So here I just popped it in the center of my eye and then took the outer corner, stuck it in. And now I'm taking my inner corner of the eyelash and sticking it in as well. Because I waited that 30 seconds, they are not going to slide all over the place like I said. They're nice and tacky. They stuck exactly where I wanted them to stick, and it made it super easy for me. Now, another thing that I like to do is take my fingers and just press my false lashes and my real lashes together to ensure that they're not going to go anywhere, and also to make sure that there's no gaps or anything like that. It helps them last all day without them lifting. The next step is to take some eyeliner. Now this is not necessary for everybody. I personally like to use a liquid liner just to hide my lash band if I feel like I am going to do liquid liner that day. So that's what I'm doing here. I do have a whole tutorial on liquid liner, so I will link that down below. I didn't want to go into too much depth about it right now. So on this eye, we're going to be taking the duo lash glue again, just running it across the lash band and waiting that 30 seconds, which is so important to wait before popping it on your actual eyes. I did go ahead and put on some mascara because I don't want mascara on my false lashes. That ruins the lashes. It makes them look cheap and fake, so I always put it on before if I am going to do that. So with the tweezer, we're just going to be placing that right on your lashes and just moving it according to where you want the lash to go. So I see here that it's lifted at the end, and in the inner corner I want to scoot it over. So I just push it over a little bit, and then I'm just going to maneuver the lash to where I want it to go. And again, because I waited for the lash glue to get tacky, I can actually move it where I want to move it without it sliding all over the place. After that, you're pretty much good to go. You're just going to squeeze your lashes together like I said in the last part of the tutorial, and put on some eyeliner if you choose, and that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. Please leave comments below if you didn't or need any extra help, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye!
I got this feeling on a summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into the bridge, I watched, I let it burn. I threw your stuff into a bag.